You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I am your host, Floridian Rollo. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me get the headsets on. Yeah, what's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, I know it's very early for many of you. So, I'm doing this thing early, get it out the way. So, if you want to watch the Ninja series, Volume 1, Volume 2, you will have to become a member. Because, see, a lot of people didn't like the video. I think I'm playing if the likes is low, and it's a lot of people watching, yet the likes is low. What does that tell me? There's a lot of people that is watching the video, they're not liking the video. They don't want the video to go out. So I put it on members only. You see, I gotta be strict. I gotta be strict. So we in volume 3. How you doing, Marilyn? Good to see you. Good day to you and your husband. So, you know, we're going to be continuing to do this series. And we're in volume 3 right now. You think I'm playing around, with this. Volume 1 was interesting. Volume 2 was interesting. Volume 3 is just, look, at the end of the day, I don't know how you could get up every day and want to talk to these ninjas. I don't have time to talk to them. Listen, I don't have time to talk to these ninjas. I'm so far removed dealing with them. I don't want to talk to them, to be honest, on that. Because anytime you talk to them, you risking of getting yourself into trouble. What's up, Rebel Studios? You risking yourself of getting in trouble. You get what I'm saying? So me personally, I just rather deal with people that have normalcy, that's trying to get somewhere in their life, and that's who I want to be around from here on out. It could take a lot out of you, when you deal with these ninjas. And I talk with the people that was like, man, you kind of let them win, which is true. I kind of let them win in the sense that I play on their ground steps at the same time while I went back and forth with them, with the dude, you know. I'm like this, man. It's getting to a point that I will own up to that part. Yet the ninja can check his own woman. And see, when you deal with ninjas, watch how they woman responds. That's where you get your answer, fellas. She could have told her husband, look, it's not that serious, or her boo, it ain't that serious. They're gonna get the key situated. All right, so it's my fault. She ain't gonna take responsibility for messing up the key. You know what I'm saying? And so what this tells me is that the man is not in control. So why is you guys worrying about these ninjas getting these women's? I'm happy to getting these women's. Let me tell you why I'm happy to getting these women's. Because that tells me I don't have to deal with her. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to deal with her since she loves to deal with ninjas. That tells me, hey, don't deal with these type of women, because if you bring them around serious money, serious connections, she could damage not only your opportunities with people you're doing business with, she could damage other relationships you're going to have going on. So let me tell you guys something. When you see a lady deal with a ninja, keep a photographic memory of her, because she might try to come around you when you least suspect it. And you have to remember, oh, wait a minute, she looks familiar. Nah, I'm good. I ain't going to talk to her. Guys, look, at the end of the day, I'm at the point, the Pookies and the Ray Rays can have these ladies, because at the end of the day, that's who they wanted. They don't want you boring guys, what they consider boring guys. If you're a boring guy, be glad you're a boring guy to them. Be happy you're a boring guy to them. Because let me tell you something, the type of headache that you're going to deal with a lady that's a ninja, you going to be happy you're by yourself. And let me tell you something, I am very, very glad I am by myself for now. Oh, I am seriously glad I'm by myself for now. What I see out here and how they move, look, I am glad I'm by myself. Look, they could listen, they could say I'm boring, they could say I'm bland, they could say all of that. You know what's happening? I come home in peace. I go back to my post in peace. I'm around people with common sense. You get what I'm saying? I don't have to deal with the noise. I don't have to deal with the rowdiness right now. I deal with common sense, relaxed, peaceful, courtesy, and I go back to my favorite environment where I have fun. I don't have to deal with drama and all these broke people and these um, book niggas. I don't got to deal with none of that. Guys, get you a lady that is okay of you, quote unquote, being boring, quote unquote, being bland, because you love peace. Peace is the number one currency, y'all. Peace is the number one currency. And when these ninjas get money, they don't know what to do with the money. That's another thing. You got ninjas that's getting money, they don't know what to do with it. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm glad that these ladies have eliminated themselves from me. Y'all don't know how happy I am because I get to go home in peace. You know what I'm saying? I get to lay my head in peace with the Most High, work on myself, creating different revenues, creating different crafts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to stay on one dimensional type of thing. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing these skits. Um, doing these shows because that's going to bring in an audience of audience. You know what I'm saying? To as I don't have to tell people to like the video, tell people to share the video. They're gonna do it because they want their friends to see it. They want their family to see it. I ain't gotta deal with that. I know it's gonna supersede beyond my expectations once we get this going. You know what I'm saying? Because the ninjas will be leaving my platform. You know what I'm saying? We got ninjas online. We got ninjas at these sites. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that the Most High is cleaning house and get rid of these ninjas. I want to be around people winning. It's not boring to me. Winning is not boring to me. And the only reason why it's boring to these women, because it's not about them. You get what I'm saying? See, the more you win as a man, depending on how she was brought up, how she was raised, that's like a unicorn finding a woman that it's okay of you having a great lifestyle and you enjoy what she considers boring. If you can find a lady like that, that's who you marry, that's who you keep around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if it's a woman that's into the nonsense, into drama all day, every day, guess what? I can't be with her. I can't be with a woman like that because it's gonna show that I'm boring to her, and I can't change her. You know what I'm saying? To be into real excitement, because I know what I do is real excitement. To her, it's not real excitement. To me, it's real excitement, having peace. And you having peace as a woman, you should be glad you got a man with peace. That's too boring to them. So they go back to the hood bookers. They're going to put their life in danger. You can't feel sorry for them. You can't. You cannot feel sorry for them. All right? Let me see. I already shot out Federal Studios Cash Apps yesterday. Okay, I'm thinking that something else came in. I'm thinking that something else came in. So hold on 1 second. I think I got a message. A message from YouTube. Is it a message from YouTube or is it a Cash App? I think it's a message from YouTube. Let me see something. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me check my other phone. It could be a Cash App. No, it's not a Cash App. It's a weather. It's weather related. I already know what the temperature's going to be like. All right, let me drink this juice here. A little bit under the weather because of this Ibarasi weather. Hold on, I'm checking something. Okay. Yeah, getting back to what I'm saying, I'm going to show you something. All right, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for it right now. So, let me see. Let's see if I can find it. Before I get to that, I want you to hear what this Anton Daniels had to say. Let's listen to this. This is crazy, man. I want to see what he got to say about this. This is something that just came to my thing. And we got to listen to this, see what he's talking about. Let's see what these ninjas complaining about. And I'm not talking about Anton Daniels. I'm talking about the ninjas that's complaining about what Trump is doing. All right, let's see what they saying. Hold on.
A white woman. Yep, I'm gonna play it from a white woman, and I don't want to spend no more than 10 minutes on this. Let's talk about this because everybody in my comments saying, Anton, let's talk about segregation, blah blah blah. So this is our resident white woman who got a lot of views, and so I wanted to get the most popular video that I can find. It just so happened to be a snow hare, a snow bunny, and this is what she has to say about us mobilizing about the fact that Trump is now bringing back segregation. Check it out.
All right, so we're going to hear what this Ibarasi, Dibarasi have to say, all right? So we have ninjas, we have Ibarasi, Dibarasi, Nibarasi, Sibaratsis. The list goes on, all right? There's different names for different reasons. Anyway, let's go.
It's time to speak up. They're rolling back segregation. They are rolling back segregation. It is now no longer illegal to require separate facilities for people of different races. It is.
So she's saying it's no more required to date different people from different races. Oh my goodness, what is she talking about? Let's go.
No longer illegal to say, here's the white water fountain and here's the colored water fountain. To be clear, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is still in place and has not been disbanded. But we know what their goal is. There is always step one in a process, and we absolutely know what their goal is. They are rolling back segregation. What are we going to do about it?
Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
Molly, you ain't never lied. Oh my God, Molly, you ain't never lied. I ain't even got there yet. I'm gonna get there, Molly. I'm gonna get there. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna have some real conversations tonight on After Hours tonight. Let me finish playing what she gotta say.
What are we going to do about it? Because this time, white people, we are the ones that are going to be on the front crossing that bridge. Do you hear me? We are the ones that are going to stand in the streets. Our Black countrymen have done their time at the front of the lines, and it is our turn. It is our turn to face the.
You see, I don't know what's so funny about the whole situation. Now, I know she's an Ibarasi. At the same time, it's nothing funny about the whole thing, because at the end of the day, she knows that it's going to be separation from evil and good. That's what's going to be the separation, evil from good. That's the separation that's going on in this country. So, I mean, you know, Anton do what Anton does. Let's go.
The water hoses and to face the dogs and to face the tear gas, because we have let this happen. Not on my watch. Not while there is breath in me will we go back. Is anybody out there with me?
Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Uncut, bro. Uncut. You gotta. So before I deep dive into exactly what's going on, let me say this to all of my white people that watch this show. And I know it's a lot of y'all that don't like to reveal yourself because you don't want to be criticized, and you smartly reserve yourself so that you don't get the bad end of the stick. Y'all so dramatic. Y'all want to be relevant so bad, especially my white women. White women, y'all want to be a part of a movement so bad. You want to be persecuted. So you want something to stand up for.
Well, that's why the so-called white man is going to get with women from other ethnicities, because his woman is getting on his nerves. See, there's a different types of women getting on your nerves. You know how the so-called black woman gets on our nerves at times? Well, if you have not dealt with other ethnicities like I have, they could be just as dramatic as the so-called black woman. And yes, the so-called black woman can be dramatic at times. Yet, if you have not dealt with other ethnicities like I have, you would not know this. I know the difference. And when they dramatic, you got your hands full with these other nations of women. And so my suggestion is, fellas, man, just be to yourself for the time being, man. I mean, why are you in a rush to get married? Why are you in a rush to have children? I mean, why are you in a rush? Because if you get in a rush, you're going to end up with a Ibarasi, Dibaratsi, Nibaratsi, Sibaratsi, the list goes on. You're going to end up with something like this. Man, you're going to be in trouble, man, because you're going to complain all the time. That's why they men don't even deal with them. That's why they men go to Asia or get with a Latin woman, and they treat them much better than their own woman because they tired of their nonsense. And you brothers be thinking, yeah, I got me a so-called white woman. Cool. Make sure she ain't crazy. Make sure she ain't going to put you in high debt. Because a lot of these ladies will put you in debt if you ain't careful. Let's go.
You ain't never been through nothing. Everything that you didn't ever had has been given to you. You've been blessed. You didn't even leverage the fact that you are blessed and your ancestors actually won and took advantage of everybody else. And so as a result, you want to be a victim so bad. You are dedicated to finding a cause to. Who's with me to go get water hosed? You want to be down in the dumps. You want to slum it in the hood. You want to come hang with people that you shouldn't hang with. You want to get a tattoo on your face and on your neck. You wasn't thinking about getting no teardrop on your eye.
So you have these ladies think low of you. Let me tell you something, so-called black man. You have some of these ladies think low of you because you think low of yourself. You think low of yourself. That's why they think low of you. Let me tell you, yesterday taught me a lot that I think so highly of myself, or praise to the Most High, that it bothers these ninjas. They can't stand, because old boy was like, I'm evil. I'm evil. I'm evil. I guess I'm good evil then, because I have a tonality about myself that you're not even supposed to be talking to me, honestly speaking. You should not even say anything to me because you're a devil, you're a demon. You shouldn't say nothing to me. You get what I'm saying? And so it's getting to a point that you have a class, right? And I had a conversation with this guy, and he was like, man, I can't be around these people too long, man. He's like, yo, he's like, I would rather be with my family, to myself, than be around these ninjas in particular cultures, in particular diamonds, because every time I'm around them, I get sick. Notice I'm sick now. Notice I'm sneezing. Notice I'm a little bit under the weather after dealing with this demon and his demon lady yesterday. Now I'm a little bit under the weather. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to take time to get that entity. I'm already removed myself from the situation. It's just that now I got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? Because it was wild yesterday. And so, like I said, ninjas can't be around you. And that's different ethnicities too, that is on this kumbaya nonsense. Woe is me nonsense. Let me ask you guys this question. Are you going to be dealing with a woman that's dramatic the rest of your life? I got a serious question for you guys. Is it worth being with a woman that's dramatic every day, or is it worth being by yourself for the time being? Because if you ask me, Raul, which one you pick, I say I would rather be by myself for the time being. Because at least I know myself, I know how to take care of myself, I know how to do what I need to do to the best of my ability with the Most High involved. I do not got time for a dramatic woman. You can have them. Listen, I told y'all, you can have them. I be telling guys, I said, look, you can have her. Man, Rollo, she wants you. No, have her for yourself. I'm good. Because I love my peace and currency of peace. I love it. And I thank the Most High every day I have that. Because I know most guys be stressed out dealing with dramatic women like this. Because you would rather have somebody that's going to put you in an early grave than to have a relationship with the Most High, that he's going to bring peace and quadrility and bring a peaceful woman in your life in the future. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't got time for no dramatic woman. I don't care how fine she is. I don't care if she got the best house. I told y'all keep thinking I'm joking. She could live in a mansion. I've been in women's homes that's in mansions. Y'all keep thinking, oh, Rollo the speed. I don't say too much. I just let y'all think whatever you want to think. That's why nothing moves me when a woman's talking about bringing me to their house. And I've been there, done that. I've been in mansions. I've been in women's mansions, even in Wall Street days. I've been in women like her caliber homes, and they got mansions. They got, the floor decked out. I mean, they got expensive stuff. Why no man there? Why no man there? Because they dramatic. They dramatic. Listen, guys, you have to ask yourself this question. If this woman is who she says she is, why she's by herself? Because it makes more sense for a man to be by himself a little bit longer than a woman. Especially if she's fine. Why is she by herself? Why you see her always walking by herself? Why nobody communicates with her? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. These are the things you have to ask yourself. Something must be going on with her you don't know about. You see what I'm saying? So, we get this Ninja series. See, a lot of people don't like the video because it's talking about them. And this is the reason why I know now I found a niche. And it got a lot of views, but the likes was 18 likes. I put that thing on members only. You're not gonna disrespect me, because see, as a business, if I'm not getting a lot of likes, that means you don't want me to make money. You're not hitting the cash app. You're not hitting the super chat. See, I'm going to keep it real. A lot of you ain't hitting the cash app. A lot of you ain't hitting the super chat, but you don't like the video. So you think I'm going to keep it up. I could get 1,000 views and still make $1. Why? Because the likes is low. You're telling YouTube not to pay me. So guess what I do? Instead of getting that $1 per 1,000 views, I put it on members only. You could get upset. You could get mad. I don't care. I'm going to tell you this right now. When it comes to the skits and everything, we're going to see even that. I'm not playing. You're going to hit the fucking likes. That's supporting. If you can't support Cash App and Super Chat because you don't like me, right? That's why you don't hit the Cash App. That's why you don't hit the Super Chat, because you don't like me. I already know. I'm going to say it like it is. How the hell I'm bringing out evidence and you don't like the video? The likes is low because you know it's talking about you. See, I hit a nerve now. I'm hitting a nerve. I realize y'all want me to talk about other things, but you don't even support that when I talk about other things. You don't hit the Cash App. You don't hit the Super Chat. You don't hit the like button. I got videos with 1,000 views and 40, 50 likes. But you want me to keep those videos up, right? You don't support it. And that's why I can't depend on y'all. I can't depend on y'all all the time. It's only a few that really rock with the platform. Everybody else is just here just to be here. I'm going to keep it real. I'm only acknowledging people that really want to see me win. Not people that's talking about seeing me win. People that really want to see me win. The ones who have my numbers, that have my real telephone number, that could get in touch with me. Those are the ones that's gone with me somewhere. If you're on my Instagram, you there. You know how many people I have stopped talking to, I have not even put on my IG yet, because they ain't support. They think they can sneak in and see who I'm connected with on Instagram. You think I'm stupid? You think I'm born yesterday? Come on, stop it. So let's continue to hear this situation. Let's go.
He wasn't thinking about that. Listen. Lady, that right here, look at the tanning lines.
Did you know you can increase your revenue with Snapchat ads?
Tanning lines. Look at this. You want to be a victim so bad. Why don't you just go and be a normal human being? Nobody asked for your help. Respect.
All right, we got Rachel in the house. How you doing, Rachel? All right, let's continue.
Fully. Nobody. Before we even get into this thing and deep dive into it, I just want to let y'all know that we are not interested. Nobody is interested in your victim Olympics, and nobody needs you to participate. As a matter of fact, all you can do is just be quiet at this point. Just shut up. Just shut up. Every time that y'all got involved with something, everything just got messed up.
Yeah, he's right about that. He's right about that. He's definitely right about that. Yep. It has these Ibarasi women will cause conflict of interest. These Ibarasi women will cause conflict of interest. All right. Let's see. So now we got that out the way. Let's see. I'm trying to find it right now. Yep, I'm trying to find it. Somebody hit the Cash App right now. Who hit the Cash App? Let's see who hit the Cash App. That sounds like the Cash App this time. Let me see. Shout out to Corey for hitting the Cash App. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate it. It's always a few people that support the Cash App. You have people that have been watching my channel for a minute and have not even hit the Cash App or the Super Chat. I told you. You can't make this up. And the thing about it is they try to get in contact with me. You can't get in contact with me. You haven't supported my stream for me. You think you're gonna get my number just to get my number? So I can hear your nonsense? Hell no. You gotta support for me to even deal with your nonsense. Don't even think you can get in contact with me and you haven't even supported. Why would I consider you important if you haven't even supported the stream? There's people you barely see in the chat support more than people that be in the chat, with exceptions, because there's exceptions. There's people be in my chat all the time support. There's people that don't be in my chat barely and support big time. What does that tell me? They already know what I'm talking about. So they just support because they really down with it. They really down with it. Because they winning, they want to see me win. I want to see them win. I'm bringing people revenue. I'm showing them how to get more revenue. We got another Cash App. Trending with Sharice. Shout out to Trending with Sharice. That's an always support. Shout out to her. She just supported the Cash App. What I just said, people may not be watching. They might see the title and they kind of know what I'm talking about and they'll support. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Let me show you something. Hold on one second. Let me show you something. Let's see if I can find it. I want you to listen to what this older lady have to say about men. I want you to listen to what this older lady have to say about men, all right? Oh. All right, listen to this.
Listen, I know a lot of men out here putting women up on game about a man, but baby, I'm a woman and I can tell you about a woman. Let me tell you why men are quicker to date broke women than women are to date broke men. And baby, it ain't even what you think. You might think it is because women are gold diggers. No, we not, but it ain't even that. And
Lady, I know you try to put it on the cliche. I know you try to put it on the cliche, lady. At the same time, stop it. You capping right now. Stop the cap. Let's go.
you may think it is because men only think with their midsections. No, they don't. But it ain't even that. The reason men are quicker to date broke women than women are to date broke men is because men were naturally created to take care of women.
I like what she said at the end. Hold on, we got another cash app came in. Hold on 1 second. Shout out to Forever Studios, always supporting the Cash App. Forever Studios support the Cash App again. Forever Studios support the Cash App 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, y'all. So shout out to him. So let me let's listen to this again. This is funny. I like this.
Have an amazing day. Listen, I know a lot of men out here putting women up on game about a man.
Yeah, that's a lot of men putting women on men about game. The thing is, they still want to play the game with the men. Let's continue.
But baby, I'm a woman, and I can tell you about a woman.
Oh, this reminds me of my aunties back in the days. Let's go.
Let me tell you why men are quicker to date broke women than women are to date broke men.
We're in 2025. I do believe that it's more women is willing to have children with men who are not financially stable. And then they want to get with a man that's financially stable after they have the children with the man who was not financially stable. Can we all agree with that? Let's just talk about that before we continue. Can we all agree that the woman will get with a man who's not financially stable, have children with him, and then eventually she gets with a man who is financially stable, so she could be stable and he don't have children, or he may have children that he's taking care of, and now he has an add-on situation. Ladies, why do you do that? You get with a guy you know that's not responsible. He can have the best of you. He can have the best of you, and he don't have to provide any services to you or your children. And you're not even required for him to do it. You're not even getting on him about it. That'll be a guy that's responsible. You're going to get on him about it. Why are you not giving me this? Why are you not giving me that? And you took the initiative to be with her. And now as time goes on, now you're taking care of them kids of hers. And she still don't respect you, even though you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man. See, guys, at the end of the day, a woman is going to use her survival instincts. And if you're not careful, you give her what she wants, yet she's still going to go deal with the guy that don't provide services for her. She gives that guy more happiness, more peace. These ninjas don't have to deal with the drama that you brothers that's about your business have to deal with. Can we keep it real? Look what drama I dealt with yesterday with this bum chick and this bum dude in the passenger side. He's in the passenger side like New Bum. You know how New Bum trying to claim he's doing something on point? All a facade with him and Mike. All a facade. That's all a facade. And you got women cheering that nonsense on. Not all of you. Some of you already know the play. He's trying to prove himself into women. Look, I got this, I got that. That's what ninjas do. No women's, there's only a few women that gave pushback. Ringo went in yesterday, right? I watched bits and pieces of it. I'm gonna watch the full thing when I go to the site. So I'm like this. Why is it that you do this? Why y'all feel like it's okay to get with a man to have children with that's not responsible? I want to see women talk about that on their platforms. I want to see women talk about that on their platforms. Why did you give a man that you know is not responsible children? You give him children. You gave him access to your bank account, and he got you on a decline of your bank account. And now you try to talk to me about how can I get my expenses back to where I used to be? Come on. Think about what I'm saying. Hold on, we got another support. No, that's not another support. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Make sure. Let me make sure we on point. Yeah, so it's only 3 people support. Okay. All right. Think about what I'm saying. Let's continue.
And baby, it ain't even what you think. You might think it is because women are gold diggers. No, we not. But
oh, yes, you are. There are women that's gold diggers. No. Women can't. There's different types of gold diggers. I don't want to get into all that right now. There's different type of gold diggers. Anyway, let's go.
it ain't even that. And you may think it is because men only think with their midsections. No, they don't. But it ain't even that. The reason men are quicker to date broke women than women are to date broke men is because men were naturally created to take care of women.
Yes, we are naturally supposed to take care of women. The problem is majority of the men do not want to take care of women. And then they want to put the ownership of men who are responsible. And what's happening is a pushback going on, because what this Trump administration should teach you ladies is that the men is pushing back of being responsible for your situation. They telling you, look, if I get with you and you have children by different men, those men are responsible for those children. I'm not responsible for your children. Whereas it was a time that men were doing that. And then I would say over the last 15 years, men started to be responsible for the woman and for the children. And we have seen in instances that the woman still disrespect that man. And the children grew up and disrespected that man. Even though that man fed them children, fed her, clothed those kids, which is not his. And then what happened was when he has a child by her, she put him on child support. She don't put the other men on heavy child support. She don't put the men that don't make a lot of money, or better yet, she don't put the men that's responsible on heavy child support. He might pay $5 a month. There's guys out here that are not responsible paying $5 a month. Yet we know what old girl Tiana Taylor, look what she did to Iman Shumpert. He allowed it to happen, of course, because he was in love. She was about business, as Coach Greg Adams would say. He was in love with Tiana Taylor. She was about business. She took him to the bank. Did she do that to her former baby daddies? If she has some we don't know about, no. But she'll do it to you. But you guys want to argue back and forth with me like I'm the enemy of you. I'm telling you, brothers, to be careful. Protect your assets. Protect your seed. Your seed is an asset, fellas. Your seed is an asset. Your seed is an economy. Your seed, when you put that seed in that woman, you get it on with her. Now you bring it in another economy to the world. Your children are economy, currency. We are currency. So if we are currency in Gentiles that is in the truth, have a currency mindset, having a child is a currency because now they're going to continue to bring in wealth into the world. Different types of wealth. So when you lie with that woman, you're responsible for her. You are. And see, they lie with men that's not responsible. And then you guys lying with women that's not responsible. Yet because it's so good, it's so moist, you don't care about the consequence until it really hits. Then you like, oh man, I should not have slept with her. And then you like, oh, I should not have gave him the coochie. You did because you was in the heat of the moment. You see, that's where you got to be careful at. Let's continue.
Have an amazing day. Listen,
and then she's being provocative. she's being flirtatious. She's being flirtatious. Here we go.
All over the earth, God is raising up a new breed of wealth.
All right, here we go.
Y'all league, okay? You cannot be, and when I say dating your league, I mean dating your tax bracket, all right? You cannot be right here trying to talk to a bad bitch and expect for her to settle for your $30K a year salary.
Okay, so you don't want to get with a guy that has 30K, yet you dealing with guys who don't have nothing to provide for you. At least the guy with 30K has something going on. It's just a matter of time before he gets to the high-end figure. Right now, he's just glad that he's bringing some money in. I would rather see a guy bring some money in and stay out of trouble than we rely on a woman to be in trouble. I'm going to say that again. I would rather a guy make 30K a year to start his life all over again, get himself situated to where he could start bringing in more revenue than to be under you and not working and be in trouble. Let's go.
Question, even if I made $1 million a year, who says you're going to get any of that? Even if I was a billionaire, who says you're going to get any of that?
Well, I mean, there's some truth to that. The woman is laughing, yet it's not a laughing matter because there's a lot of men who are making a lot of money ain't trying to provide for you either. They realize that you dealt with a dude that didn't provide no services for you. Why you think you have the reasons to get to my assets? Because I'm rich. So you got a lot of rich men waking up too. Peep game. Let's go.
You need to date within your tax bracket. You're not an item, right? Women are women and they're strong, independent, don't need men. What's my money going to do for you? You're not going to get any of it, even if I was rich. Love is about how we make each other feel, not about money, this item, this thing that we both work
for. Okay, so you know what baffles
Here we go. Now she's going to have something to say. Let's go.
me about a lot of women in this generation? Date in your league. You can't date a bad bitch if she's not in your league. Ladies, why are you guys preaching to men? Why don't you guys look in the mirror, preach to your motherfucking self, be your own motivational speaker, bitch? Because the fact that you...
She going in. See, when I talk about it, it's like, I don't want to hear Rollo say it. So I'm going to let the women tell you about it, since y'all love to hear what the women have to say, right? So let them tell you what you need to hear. Let's go.
Can say it with your whole chest. Like, if you have money, that's why you're searching for a man with money, because you don't got it. Yo, like when I watch women's videos, it makes me laugh because we're in a generation where you can make money online and you don't have to flick your bean to make it either, bitch.
Ooh, she said you don't have to flip your bean to make money. Yo, there's women out here that's making money that don't even show everything. Yo, that's facts. There's women out here on YouTube or TikTok. They ain't got to do too much dramatic stuff to make money. All right. The ones who have to do all that, the ones who have to do all that can't keep a man. Yo, think about this. Think about this. If you got the best goodies as a woman, then why that man is not with you right now? Why he's not talking to you right now? Why is he blocking you? Why is he ignoring your phone calls? Because you're not what you think you are. So she's right about that. You know, like a lot of these women do extra stuff just to get money. And she's telling the truth. Let's go.
Close to $1,000 a week, not including my bartending job. Just doing that alone by talking to people, doing sessions. Guys, there's so many ways to make money. So it makes me laugh that you guys are still searching and scoping for a man to do everything for you. You looking for a father or a man? Also,
you're looking for a father or a man. Let's go.
I'm going to have to side with Black Spider God on this because it's so sad to see this generation of women spew this crap about money. That's all you guys care about is money. You guys give me the same type of vibes that those women give, that they're only nice to their husbands when their husbands have money or when a check's coming in.
Ooh, ooh, she going in. Shout out to Social Media Currency. Shout out to her. She supported the Cash App. She always support the Cash App. She always come do a show. Listen, all my regulars always support the Cash App all the time. Shout out to all the regulars that support the Cash App. She just hit the Cash App now. So she's watching in the clouds too. All right, let's continue.
I'd rather not be that gold digging bitch. Now, the one thing that stood out to me too that he said in this video was, aren't you guys strong and independent? Exactly. The one thing about me is you will never catch me in a video saying I don't need men. You will never catch me in a video saying I'm independent. I don't need nobody. No, there's one thing about me. I'm self-sufficient. I do everything on my own. There's a difference.
Yes, Forever Studio. I'm fully aware that she's by herself. Yes, sir. You're absolutely correct. So she is by herself. Now, she's saying that she don't depend on a man. So you absolutely correct. You peep a game. Yes, sir. So it's like she's saying that she is not trying to, entice men to get money. She figuring it out by herself. Some man is hitting it from the back, though. It could be possible some man hitting it from the back. She's just not being on a relationship type of time. She's about her business. I can't knock her for that. She's just not entertaining the man in a serious commitment. It could be possible somebody hitting it from the back. Let's go.
Difference. But when a man comes along, I know my fucking place. I know what kind of guy I want next to me, and I know I want a leader, and I know he's going to lead me into heaven, obviously. But with a lot of women this generation, y'all.
Ooh, she said something poignant. She said, I know I'm going to get with a man that's going to lead me to heaven. So she knows that there's a lot of women going to hell. She knows there's a lot of women going to hell. She ain't trying to go to hell. Okay, let's go.
Spew this independent. We don't need y'all. We don't need y'all. We hate y'all. But then you have your hand out. Spirit change. It makes no sense. So you guys contradict yourself all around. Get a hobby hoe. Get a job hoe. Stop leeching off of men. And now I see why you guys pressure men so much. Because you guys.
Ooh. Yo, she is telling on you ninjas. Now she don't even want to be around you ninjas. She don't want to be around you. You have her telling you, I'd rather be to myself, do my thing. If I got a dude coming through, he hit it from the back. I call him when I need him type of thing. It is what it is. She keeping it a buck. She's not on this, I want to be committed and play games. She don't play games. She just straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? She's straight to the point. I respect that. Let's go.
You guys don't want to do the work. That's sad. Men, you guys are doing great. I love y'all. You see these women? Run!
She said, you see these women? Run! I got to again. I gotta play that again. I like that. I like that.
You guys don't want to do the work. That's sad. Men, you guys are doing great. I love y'all. You see these women? Run!
Let me play that again. Let me play that again.
And now I see why you guys pressure men so much. Because you guys don't want to do the work. That's sad. Men, you guys are doing great. I love y'all. You see these women? Run!
You see, she got that tongue piercing. She got that tongue piercing. She's a freak. She's a freak of freak. She's a freak. She got that tongue piercing. Yeah, she a freak. She a freak telling the truth. She's a freak telling the truth. Oh, we got to hear what Anton have to say. Never marry a broke woman, no matter how good she is. Hold on, let's see what he said.
I'm going to have a conversation with y'all, and I'm going to help y'all to understand the keys to being successfully married. And I know that it's an unpopular subject. And the reason that it's an unpopular subject is because the more popular thing for a lot of people to do is just complain about what's not available. And that's cool too. I'm all for holding people accountable, having conversations on what people should and shouldn't do, calling out bad behavior. I'm an equal accountability smoke giver for men and women. But what I think is actually missing is the proper advice for most people on what it takes in order to be successfully married. And even when people try to give you advice, I think that you have to pay attention a little bit to the messenger because you don't want the wrong advice. And
all right, so let's see how he goes with this. Let's go.
What I've seen happening throughout society today is that there's a lot of guys that's giving advice, even based off of the fact that they have been in a relationship or they've experienced relationships or they bust women down, or you see women giving advice based off of the fact that they are a baby mama or they have been in relationships or all of this other type of stuff. But very few people actually understand the keys to being successfully married while also being successfully married and not being a simp. Let me add that last part in there again, because your father came home and he brought his whole paycheck over to his wife and he got an allowance and half of y'all, and we've also substantiated this on.
He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. Let's go.
Multiple different shows and multiple different callers. Didn't even know who their father is. Don't even know who their father is. Your grandfather was getting cheated on. Your mama and your baby mama, your grandmama, your great grandmama. Y'all can't even trace y'all lineage. You going based off of what somebody is telling you and not necessarily how they really living it. And very, very, very few people can actually give you the game on how to be successfully married. And they're not suffering through it. They're not a simp. And it's actually a formula that will allow for you to really be able to thrive in your life, in your relationship. Your daughter will be able to cook and she can continue to whip up full course meals as a teenager, as a person in high school. There is a method to raising successful children. There is a.
Well, shout out to Ringo TV Reactions because, he is the one who started talking about that, and all these other guys are now talking about that. He talked about that a long time ago, and there'll be times that he talk about it here and there. He's the first one who talk about family values on this internet. He is the first one to do it. Now other guys is talking about what he talked about years, decades ago, if that. And I'm paraphrasing, he said that when you have a family, and I told y'all this too, you want to have an elite family. You want to have a successful marriage. You want to have a powerful couple. That's what Anton is talking about. You got to get with somebody that meets your match. You get what I'm saying? So when you look at a lot of successful marriages, that's because it's a powerful couple. Both of y'all got that if factor. It's in you, not on you, like Nino Brown say. That's who you got to get with, y'all. You can't get with somebody who's not, on that same level as you. It's not going to work, y'all. It's going to be conflict. So you don't want your children to see that much conflict. It could be disagreements and agreements, That's normal. I'm talking about conflicts to where the children don't even believe in the parents. How many of you are noticing that? If you hear that from anybody else, that's my talking point. If you want the children to believe in you, you as the parents have to believe in each other. That's the most important thing that I could tell anybody. Anyway, let's go.
There's a method to living in bliss. There is a method, and there are multiple different ways in which you can slice this, dice this. And so I don't have anything prepared to speak to you just like on a regular basis, but I speak from my heart. I speak from my heart because the blueprint is here. It's a lifestyle. It's a way that you go about living. It's a way that you do things. So let's start from the very beginning. All right. Let's start from the very beginning. All right. Let me read a couple of super chats and then we're going to get it popping. Queen V says, hey, everyone. 80. Thank you for the work you pour out for us. Thank you, my love, for continuing to hold us down. I appreciate you. Craig G is in the building, says, good evening, big dog. Me and my.
So when a client comes to us with an
to sub with the marriage game. Thank you. All right. So let's get it started. Let's get it popping. All right. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. And again, I will be dropping a link in the description on how it is that you guys can be successfully married. Or
all right. I'm trying to get through this, y'all. I'm trying to get through this. It's just, yeah. I know he's not, a person that gets you up and like, yeah, I'm just getting through it. He's going through the psychosis of it. Let's go.
Or you can come up and you can ask me questions. I'm just going to do phone calls. I don't expect for anybody to be on camera. So if you guys have any questions or you actually want to push back, you're more than welcome to. I don't run from any smoke whatsoever. All right. So let's start from the very beginning. Okay. And the very beginning is the fact that you can't lead with the wrong intentions, expecting to get out different results, right? So we're going to go through this process and we're going to go through each iteration one by one so that you guys understand it very, very clearly. I'm not going to make it complicated. I'm going to break.
Listen, I'm going to say this again. If you want the volume videos to stay up, you have to hit the like button. Hit the like button. That is important. I'm going to see how it is in a few hours, how many likes we're going to get to keep this video up. Otherwise, it's going to members only. I'm not playing, y'all. Y'all got to get the lights up. I know it's early. Get the freaking lights up. Let's go.
Break it down from a C student's perspective. And then maybe in future episodes, I can even go a little bit deeper in helping y'all to understand how y'all are supposed to move within the relationships to sustain, what type of things you need to be looking for, how to root out problems, red flags in order to move away from, what type of friends and the people that you need to be surrounding yourself with, whether you're a man or a woman. And we can go into that if that's something that you're interested in. But Wednesday nights is an opportunity for me to just be authentic with y'all and just give y'all the game, real, uncut, raw, without any kind of filter whatsoever. So the first thing you can't do is you can't lead into a situation, because a lot of people think that they can date and they can vet for a proper spouse, and you cannot. Is it possible for you to swipe left or swipe right? Is it possible for you to meet?
Don't remind me about that. That swipe right, swipe left, Tinder. Yeah. Man, Tinder is something else. Let's go.
Somebody, then go on a date with them and all of this other type of stuff, and then wind up getting married? Absolutely. But as we already know, that the possibility of you staying married, especially considering the divorce rate, is very, very high. It always has been. And even the reasons that you guys get divorced is it can't even really be substantiated. You can use data, you can use stats, we can say irreconcilable differences, but what the hell does that mean? You can say people break up for money, but what the hell does that mean?
It means that they wasn't in it for the right reasons. That's what it is. Let's go.
Because you don't have any context as to why. Did they break up because he lost his job? Did they break up because he got too much money and then they changed and they broke apart because they wasn't prepared for the success? Did they break up because somebody cheated and then you didn't have enough money to be able to keep her because she was already on edge? So even with stats and data and statistics, it's very difficult to parse through because we don't have the context behind why people are breaking up or not even getting married in the first place. Why are women finding themselves to be fiancés for the next 4 to 5 years until they're not anymore?
You know, that's a good point. There's a lot of ladies that are engaged to a specific man for a certain amount of time, and he ends up marrying somebody else, and he prolongs the situation, and she stays around too. And then she gets the telling of the stick. So that does happen a lot, more than people can even imagine. Let's go.
We actually seen that with Deion Sanders and Tracy Edmonds recently breaking up after they had been in a relationship for over 12 years, 4 years engaged, but it wasn't fruitful. Cardi B and Offset just got getting broke up. Iman Shumpert, I mean, you just name it. All of these celebrities, they can't give
Iman Shumpert, yep. This is last year's video from him. So let's go.
You the sauce because they don't understand. And it ain't enough money in the world to keep you married.
Ain't enough money in the world to keep you married. What did I say? Ooh, man, he going in, man. For this one, I get from that. That's my talking point he's using. Listen again.
I mean, you just name it. All of these celebrities, they can't give you the sauce because they don't understand. And it ain't enough money in the world to keep you married. So when you lead with resources, and this is one of the reasons why I try to have so many conversations with y'all, because these simps will sit here and tell you, and they'll say, well, yeah, listen, you got to have the money and, you make sure it's 100.
Money's not going to keep a woman around. I already know that. Listen, how many of you have heard me say money will not keep a woman around? Put a $sign in the building. Keep it real. How many of you heard me say money will not keep a woman around? Put a $sign in the building if you heard me say that. You fellas and ladies. I told y'all, you can have a lot of money and a woman can still leave you. I told y'all this. So it's not about the money. It's all about her controlling you, controlling your soul. If she cannot have anything over you, she will leave you. I guarantee you. That's a fact, Jack. So what this tells me is that when a woman looks at me, it's not about how much money I'm making, how much business I'm going to do. She's trying to see if she can have control over me. I'm going to prove it to y'all. I'm going to prove it to y'all without you even knowing I'm proving it to y'all. Because some of you cannot grasp of the thought of women trying to control Rollo. You don't think so? You have no clue. Because if you say that you've been in a relationship with a woman and you slept with a woman and you have not seen those traits, that means you know you're not woken up. I'm woken up. I'm woken up. That's why the women are strategically trying to figure out a way to get just like at the site, right? That funky site I went to yesterday. Think about it. Old girl tried to control me, and she was controlling her D-boy man. She had that ninja talking crazy, talking reckless. And she kept looking at me, bending down, bending down, bending down. She tried to show me her funky wagon. I wasn't even interested in her. I don't be interested in other men's ladies. The thing is, I respect men that's taking care of their woman. He don't even take care of his own woman. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, you can have a lot of money and the woman can still leave you. So it's not about the money. I told y'all this. It's about her controlling you. Once a woman feel like she have control and you're not waking up to the fact of who she is and what she's about, she'll give you everything you want. The minute you start figuring her out of what she came for and why she's there, that's when she gonna do Houdini. Just like old girl did Houdini on me last year. Why? Because I figured her out. I figure her out. And guys, it's okay if the woman leaves you. She did you a favor. You could be in a mansion and she still could leave you. There's stories out there of women leaving their husbands. Their husbands got nice homes, big mansions, a lot of cars, and she still could leave you if you're not on point and you're not checking her right then and there. She could leave you for somebody else, man. You could have kids with her. How many of y'all heard Ringo said what I said? How many of y'all heard what Brother Ringo said what I said? He said you can have children with this woman and she still don't respect you. How many of y'all heard Ringo said what I said? We both said the same thing. Now, a woman say it, then y'all gonna agree with us. This is the problem with society. When we say it, you're hearing a married man. Ringo been married for a long time. So you're hearing a married brother. And the truth telling y'all this. And he's married. Brainwave said it too when he came on the platform. So if they saying it and they've been with their wives for a long time, what does that tell you guys? Even though I don't have children with a woman that I know of, I told y'all that, and I don't even have children. But I'm crazy. So I'm glad them brothers said it, because 2 or more witnesses, that the scripture says 2 or more witnesses it to be true. I'm paraphrasing. So don't come to me and tell me, Rollo, this and that. But hold on a second. You got to go to the alarm. The alarm ringing. Don't come tell me this and that and the third when I see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Telling you, man, this stuff is real. Let's go.
0 and all of this other type of stuff. That's not enough to keep your girl. That's not even enough to keep her from cheating.
Ooh. Ooh. You got Anton's using the talking points. Listen.
Y'all, because these simps will sit here and tell you, and they'll say, well, yeah, listen, you gotta have the money, and make sure it's 100-0 and all of this other type of stuff. That's not enough to keep your girl. That's not even enough to keep her from cheating. Just because you have resources does not mean that that is going to translate into being successfully married. And so when I see people, specifically men, lead with the idea that resources is enough in order to be able to fix a problem, I'm going to tell you, money fixes a lot of problems, and money can allow for you to stay together longer than you naturally would, but money is not going to be able to sustain that relationships. Money cannot sustain a relationship because it makes you more of what you already are. You don't even know if she can handle the level of success that you're going to be at.
Didn't I say that? Hold on. Y'all heard me say that many times. What did he just say? Let's rewind back. Y'all got to hear that again, because you're talking to a person that is successful. So we got to keep it real. So I'm not even on that successful level yet. And I go through it and I'm not even on that successful level. So he's saying some things that a lot of you can relate to. And even the ladies may be pissed off. Not all of you. Yet you even know it's true. Even the ones that's pissed off know it's true. Let's go.
Lead with the idea that resources is enough in order to be able to fix a problem. I'm going to tell you, money fixes a lot of problems, and money can allow for you to stay together longer than you naturally would, but money is not going to be able to sustain that relationships. Money cannot sustain a relationship because it makes you more of what you already are. You don't even know if she can handle the level of success that you're going to be at, which is.
Did you hear that part? You don't know if she can handle the level of success where she could be at. I told two brothers behind the scenes this. Even he's saying it. So let's go.
Is one of the reasons why we're going to go through this whole thing. And I'm going to give you the game on how it is that you need to vet effectively. And more importantly, who it is that you need to be when you're looking to attract the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with or have children with. So the first thing you have to do is remove the money from it. And it doesn't mean that you can't be successful. It does not mean that you're not supposed to be striving. And even for women, it does not mean that you should not be doing the thing that is best for you in order to make sure that you are living the best life possible, right? Your reasonable service is to be able to survive on this earth. And as a single woman, it does not remove your responsibility from being able to take care of yourself. So when you go out there, try not to come in there with student loans. The financial responsibility part.
Try not to come out there with debt. Fix your debt before you deal with somebody. I'm not responsible for your debt. If I have debt, I'm responsible for my debt. I'm not going to put it on you to fix my debt. I have to figure that out. And so should you. Anyway, let's go.
Of being married is very important. And it doesn't mean that you have to have all of everything together, but you have to not have self-inflicted wounds that's going to prevent you guys from being able to thrive, because you don't have to divert your attention on something that should not be a part of what it is that you're going into a relationship for in the first place.
Ooh, man, that's fire right there. This one I'm going to keep up. I'll keep this one up. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one up, because I've been more chill with it in this fire truth. He just pretty much wrap it up, y'all. Dang. Man. So tell me what you think. Tell me what you think in the comment section. You know what? Keystone, come on the platform, Keystone. I want Keystone and Forever Studio to come on. If y'all could come on, you fellas could come on. Hit the link, fellas. I'm on StreamYard, so it's not going to be difficult for you to hit the link. Let me do this. I'm going to put the link in there. I know it's early, so I'm going to put the link in there to see if Forever Studios decide to come on and Keystone decide to come on. Or any of you ladies want to come on, the link is there. If you ladies want to come on and talk about this. Let's see who decides to come on. You know what I'm saying? Man. All right, Keystone is here. What's up, Keystone?
Yo, what's up? Just on that hustle, on that grind right now, and just going to be staying out all hours of the night. You know what I'm saying? Had to change up some things in my life to make sure this can happen. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this question. Go ahead.
I had more of my freedom now. So I had to put my foot down against society, which I did.
Let me ask you this question. Now, what's your take on the responsibility of us staying away from ninjas? Why is it important for us to stay away from ninjas?
Your business and anything you do is not going to be able to perish or grow. Cats are jealous and hateful, and you won't even know it until the last minute. A ninja will have you eating out of sewer and a trash can, and have you sleeping with the rodents and the rats. You know what I'm saying? And mess you all up and have you jammed up with the law enforcement. Then when the law enforcement and the RICO wants you, they got you right where they want you, you know?
No, that's definitely going on. Now, let me ask you this. Being that you dealt with different types of women, I gotta quiz you on this because it's been a minute.
Okay.
This type of conversation. So get ready, because you know how I am. Have you ever dealt with women that is dealing with a ninja, and if you ignore her, did you get into any conflict with the dude? Because let me explain what happened with me.
I already know what happened with you. I heard it.
Okay, so go ahead, speak on it. Did you ever been through that?
I've been through that. That was almost got me wasting a lot in the 2000s. I became a hunted target through the city because of these broads and because of situations like that. You know what I mean?
So
May not be looking at girl.
Explain one particular situation. Now remember, I'm working, so this is different. I'm working. It's not like I'm off the clock. I'm on the clock when this happened.
Oh, so you're doing the same thing. I'm working too. I'm doing a delivery, and I got a time schedule to get it down there. You know, and I had to come across over here, church. Okay,
I got you. Listen to what I'm saying. Let's say you out and about. You're taking care of your business. A woman and her dude is in the passenger side, and she's looking at you. And she's bending over. You're not paying attention to her. You're just trying to focus on to the purpose. And old boy trying to say, "Oh, you know how to do this. You know how to do that." You know, trying to start trouble because she told him to start the trouble. Have you ever had an encounter to where you know the woman ain't no good, and she's dealing with a person that's not trying to do anything with his life, and because you didn't look at her. You didn't compliment her. Did she ever had her man try to get you into an argument, to a fight?
So I had people waiting with guns outside of a bar when a dude's husband was confronting me about his wife. I wasn't even trying to do nothing with her, and we were just being all like real cool, sexy selves. You know what I mean? Back in that time, you know what I'm saying?
Did you try? Listen to what I'm saying. Did you try to talk to her, or did you not talk to her? You were just talking to the people around her.
But girls,
wait.
I mean, it was a big fight in that bar that night. You know what I mean? And if that fight didn't go down, I probably would be dead right now.
Can you hear me? Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying. You was talking to the people around her, and she felt disrespected because you didn't say nothing to her. You didn't compliment her. You didn't look at her, and she felt some type of way. And did she get her man involved to make because you know how people start fights wherever you go? It's because the woman engaged the conversation of not feeling wanted, not talking to her. You're not. Because you know she ain't no good. That's why you stay quiet. You don't say too much to her because you know she up to no good. Right?
Right.
I only talk to people's hold on. I only talk to people's wives who respect their husband. That's who I talk to. I don't talk to anybody's woman that I know she ain't up to no good and she's dealing with a dude that ain't up to no good. I avoid those type of people. Yet if you are respected to your man, I respect that. And I know I could do business with your man because you're not going to interfere with the nonsense. You're not going to bring the nonsense and the insecurity. You get what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah. You wasn't even trying to deal with her like that. She made the effort to do that. She pretty much made herself fair game to you if you really actually want it. The dude can't get mad about that. And she set that up for you to get.
She wanted me to get fired. The thing is,
that's what protected you. The Most High protected you.
Me. Right.
That's what much. Yep. I understand this whole situation.
Think about this. Her man wanted me to do something with her. You got men out here that's dealing with their woman and they are in dire need of money and opportunities that they will put their woman, just like old boy on Gorilla Hebrew did with his woman, had his woman on Backpage, getting her back blown out to make money. This stuff going on, man.
I'm behind the scenes. I got many stories on that. Many. It's been going on since the 2000s. You know what I mean? That stuff been going on. Me back in the day, when I used to do that type of stuff, I didn't want the man to know I was breaking this woman off. That's between me and her. That's our secret. You know what I mean? And then just the fact of another man knowing that, it disgusts me. You know what I mean? That's all. You know what I mean?
No. I would not want to. Listen, it's wrong to do that. I know you don't do that no more. It's wrong. It's like I didn't know that the lady I dealt with until later on she was married. I didn't know because I didn't even ask the questions because she was so good looking. The old
exactly. That does happen.
It happens. But I don't do that no more. I ask questions. But with her, for some reason, I didn't ask too much questions because I was like, at that day in Delta, when I was working for Delta Airlines, I was pissed off about something. She was pissed off about something. We just sparked the conversation. It's changed numbers.
Then it just happened
Normally-
spontaneous.
No, yeah. Normally I ask questions. Do you have children? Are you married? I didn't do none of that. I asked her, is she single? She said, yeah. I didn't apply the pressure like I normally do on women. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it just
It was
so
a no
happened-
pressure situation. She just wanted some quickie right then and there. I had women that did that with me.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
hold on. Here's the thing. It looked. That's true. She probably wanted a one night thing and got over it, but she started coming over more after that. And then
Oh,
we
she got
got
attached.
married. Yeah, we got married. Eventually.
Yeah.
We got divorced. The point I'm trying to say is, it's not good for a man to deal with somebody's woman that's married. That's why you got to be careful. You got to ask these questions with women.
You got that right.
Because they got a lot of them is secretly married. You don't even know. They know how to
And what-
hide it well. Yeah.
Now that could curse your financial and your job situation too. It could creep up on you like a thief in the midnight. You have
That's
everything,
why-
and next thing is
You could lose everything. That's why you cannot. That's why Anton is correct about what I said. You can have a lot of money and a woman can still leave you. Your woman could still leave you. You could be in a house. You could be in a mansion. You can have all that. That's a facade to her. The question is how much control she could have over you if you allow it. And a lot of men don't want to admit that they're in the trap relationships right now. Some men are in trap relationships. They would rather be in trap relationships than be to themselves. See, me personally, I'd rather be to myself than be in a trap relationship. Well, I'm going to get out of that. Okay, I'm with somebody who really don't want to be with me. But we just tolerating each other just to look good. There's a lot of fake relationships. Even Ringo said it a few times in his videos.
Yep.
Just because somebody's married, just because somebody have children, doesn't mean that they're in love with each other. They have respect for each other. It's all a facade.
And that's where that's back in the day when I saw that type of stuff. That's when I came in. You know what I mean? And able to get on the girl's ear, get on the phone. Next thing you know, I'm doing nasty stuff with her. You know what I mean? Even a one night stand, or sometimes they have a secret number for me to call them and all that, and I will get with them. You know what I mean? Girls like that, I was back in the day. I looked at them as open game, married, single, or with a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? I did all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Has it happened to you? Has it happened that you dealt with any woman? Be honest. I know I dealt with women that dealt with other men. I know, even if I didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That was that was my thing back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm talking about did it happen to you? I know it happened to me. I know women I used to deal with dealt with other men. I didn't even tell them. You know why?
Oh yeah, it happened to me. Because you know what happened to me too? One girl was on my buddy. That me and her effort. My buddies in the car, they were trying to play. I told them, listen here, we parked on Roosevelt Boulevard. Go ahead, have sex with my buddy. Go ahead. I know what you want to do. I'll see right through them. And we took turns on the broad.
I don't agree with that lifestyle. I do not.
Not
agree
that
with
lifestyle.
That.
I'm talking about this was back in the day. I don't agree with that lifestyle, but I'm just letting you know what went down with that. Then I saw right through her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That showed who she was. Then I cut her off after that.
Yeah. That was the time I had a vehicle, right? And I was talking to this Latin chick, right? Now, mind you, the dude, right? He had this Dominican chick. Now he get to bang the Colombian chick. I had this Dominican chick came to my crib. She was supposed to be with old boy I went to high school with. I ended up smashing her in the bed, and he knew about it. So 2 months later, I met this chick at Queen Center Mall, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, I'm picking her up. Two of my homies smashed her. The guy from high school and the other boy smashed. I said, man, you know what? You don't want me. I told him, yo, you're gonna have to take the bus. You're gonna do what you do. And the other one, I said, both of y'all get out of my car. And I kept it moving.
Because nothing's going to stop that woman.
Nothing's gonna stop her from
Nothing's
getting
gonna
on with another man. Yeah.
nothing's gonna stop it at all. She's gonna find that one fucking moment and she's gonna do it. And especially when she in the clear with it. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. And so these dudes fighting over these women get mad. Don't fight over these girls. Once they got their mind made up to fuck you and fuck somebody else and fuck your best friends, let them have the pussy. Don't kill the dude. You know what I mean? Then you spend the years in jail around some fucking heavy fucking meat from balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not.
And you
worth
be
it,
controlled
man.
and told what to do.
It's not worth it, man. Have your sanity. All I'm saying is that not every woman gets down like that. It's just the point of, don't be surprised about anything that goes down. You know what I'm saying? I don't be surprised, man.
Let's just put it this way. I don't really have emotions when it comes to these bros. If I see a bro want to do something else with somebody else, I say, go right ahead. I walk out the door. Just do it. You know what I mean? And my homeboy do it. Hey, more married to him. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I don't get jealous. I don't get mad. I like, she had her mind made up from the giddy up. Straight up.
Save you more peace. Save you more peace, man. Believe it or not, it's
you know what I mean. You go out there and get something better. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you end up meeting somebody that night and end up getting better coochie that night. Next thing you know, you having a one night stand that night or a couple nights later, and you really getting in there and all that and blew her damn back up. You make that
hilarious there.
Yeah, you turn that coochie into Papa Smurf, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So that's what you do, man.
Yep, exactly, Forever Studio. Yep.
Yeah,
hey, listen,
that's
man,
how you
I'm about to end this, man.
we gotta have this conversation again, because I got some stories and I got years and years and years of stories of stuff like this I don't really talk about. I'll talk about it with you.
Yeah, sounds good, man. I appreciate you coming on, Keystone. Have a good one.
Okay, this was fun. Peace. Good one. All right, peace.
All right, peace.
Oh, man.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So appreciate everybody for supporting. Thank you for coming through. I got things to take care of. So to the fellas, to the ladies, I'm out. I'm gonna keep this one up for sure. All right, 100. Y'all get the freaking lights up. Peace.